Loan to grow your business. At Taraba Business Development Center, we offer both business and personal loan with flexible repayment plan. We are located in different parts of India. 070-3125-2559. Are you a businessman or woman? Do you need loan to grow your business? At Taraba Business Development Center, we offer both business and personal loan with flexible repayment plan. We are located.
Welcome to the broadcast of News Hour on SUMTV, the pulse of the nation. My name is Esther Oka-Steven. On the news this afternoon, Reverend Jolie T. Inyame resigns as GMCN committee amidst tensions, sparking speculative and mixed reactions. Vice President Shetima departs for Davos to attend 2025 World Economic Forum. Archbishop hails Peter Obi as ex-governor donates 30 million naira to Paul University. Now the news in full. Reverend Jolie T. Inyame resigns as GMCN trustee amidst tensions, sparking speculative and mixed reactions. Reverend Jolie T. Inyame, a former governor of Taraba State and an ordained Methodist clergy for over 40 years, has resigned as a trustee of the Global Methodist Church in Nigeria. This decision has sparked a buzz within the Methodist community, raising questions about Reverend Inyame's motives and the potential impact on the ongoing dominational tensions. According to Reverend Inyame, his resignation is a strategic move to maintain neutrality amongst the midst of escalating disputes between the Global Methodist Church and the United Methodist Church in Nigeria. The feud between the two demonstrations is rooted in conflicting views on doctrine, governance, and property rights. Reverend Inyame said his decision is motivated by his desire to maintain a fatherly role within the Methodist Church and serve as a unifying figure for Methodists across different denominations. While some have commended his action as a step towards unity and reconciliation, others speculate that his resignation may have hidden ulterior motives, with some believing his true allegiance lies with the United Methodist Church in Nigeria, UMCN. The rift between the Global Methodist Church and the United Methodist Church in Nigeria has been marked by legal disputes over church assets and disagreements on key issues such as same-sex marriage, abortion, and the interpretation of scriptures. The recent announcement by the United Methodist Church in Nigeria to assert its rights over disputed properties may heighten the tensions between the two factions. As the Methodist doctrine, its affiliations in Nigeria stands as the crucial crossroad, Reverend Inyame's resignation add a new layer of complexity to the already volatile situation. This decision made in the coming week and months will undoubtedly shape the future of the Methodist Church in Nigeria and determine the course of action in resolving the long-standing disputes within the denominations. Kumuyi meets U.S. lawmaker pastor to promote global evangelism. Pastor W.F. Kumuyi, the General Superintendent of the Deeper Life Ministry, has arrived in the United States to attend President Donald Trump's second inauguration ceremony in Washington, D.C. today, January 20, 2025. This initiative is a testament to Pastor Kumuyi's reputation as a renowned Christian leader. During his visit, Pastor Kumuyi will engage with U.S. lawmaker, American church leader, and media representatives. He will also join other global leaders to witness President Trump's inauguration, highlighting the significance of faith in uniting believers worldwide. Kumuyi's presence at the inauguration ceremony underscores the importance of faith-based dialogue in shaping policies that uphold religious liberty and foster the growth of Christianity worldwide. Prior to the inauguration, Pastor Kumuyi meets with Congressman Robert Pettinger and Pastor Lucas Mize of Turning Point USA to discuss partnership opportunities for global evangelism. He emphasized the importance of praying for open doors and act ready to receive the gospel, believing in the power of the gospel to transform lives and nations. Halima Babangida launches foundation in honor of late mother. Halima Babangida, daughter of the former Nigerian head of state Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, has launched the Halima Ibrahim Babangida HIV Foundation in honor of her late mother Mariam Babangida. The foundation was unveiled in Minna, Niger State capital, with the Niger State First Lady Fatima Bago and the Emir of Minna, Umar Farouk Bahago, in attendance. According to Halima, the foundation is inspired by her mother's dedication to empowering women and promoting education. The HIB Foundation has three key initiatives: empowering 300 widows and young entrepreneurs, funding senior school certificates, and matriculation examination for 4,000 indigent students, and establishing a comprehensive bursary program to support 500 undergraduates. Halima described her mother as a visionary who worked tirelessly to uplift rural women and families. She added that the foundation's mission is for better education, better youth, better nations is more than a slogan, but a blueprint for national transformation. The Niger State First Lady commended Halima for continuing her mother's legacy of compassion and empowerment. She described Mariam Babangida as a woman to the entire nation who left an enduring legacy in Niger State. The launch of the HIB Foundation marks the 15th anniversary of Mariam Babangida's passing. She died over ovarian cancer in December 2009. Taraba community hails lawmaker Mark Hussaini for boosting education infrastructure. Community leader in Taraba State Southern Region have praised Honorable Mark Hussaini, the federal lawmaker representing Takum Donga Usa constituency, for his efforts in enhancing education infrastructure in the area. Through his educational intervention program, Hussaini constructed and furnished 2 blocks of classrooms at Adam Gagbe Primary School in Chachengi Ward and Government Day Secondary School, Todamasi. This school, established in 1976 and 1996, respectively, had lacked proper infrastructure, forcing community members to provide makeshift shelter for students and teachers. Zaki Ugundu Umar, head of the Tiv people in Donga, commended Hussaini's intervention, stating that the new classroom have rekindled hope among students and parents. Since creation of Government Day Secondary School in 1996, the government has constructed a single block of office or classroom. Honorable Hussaini's efforts has encouraged parents to enroll their children back in school, Umar said. Elder Fatah Mashi, a community leader in Chachangi, echoed Umar's sentiments, noting that Hussaini's gesture is the first of its kind since the school's inception in 1976. We are experiencing government intervention for the first time. The 2 classrooms constructed by Honorable Hussaini have restored confidence in our school, and many parents have returned their children to school, Mashi stated. Hussaini's efforts have not only improved education infrastructure but have also demonstrated his commitment to the community development. As a lawmaker, Hussaini has also sponsored bills aimed at promoting education, including a bill to amend the Compulsory Free Universal Basic Education Act. Taraba State University paralyzed as SSANU continues strike. Despite the Academic Staff Union of University ASU suspending its month-long strike, Taraba State University remains crippled as the Senior Staff Association of Nigeria University SSANU continues its industrial action. The SSANU strike, which stemmed from unresolved grievances, has brought administrative and academic activities to a standstill. The union is demanding payment of salary arrears, promotion benefits, and pension reforms, among other issues. In a statement, SSANU chairperson Bitrus Joseph Ajibuka cleared that the strike would persist until the union's demands are met. The union will remain on strike until all its demands are fully implemented, as has been done for other unions in the university, he emphasized. Key demands include payment of withheld salaries for September to December 2022, settlement of promotion arrears for 2026 to 2020, and a 50% payment of the 692.9 million naira owed to its members. The union has acknowledged the state government implementation of the new national minimum wage and peculiar allowances, but maintained that these measures fall short of resolving border issues. The prolonged strike has disrupted academic schedules and paralyzed administrative functions, promoting stakeholders to call on the state government to adopt a more inclusive approach to address SSANU's demand and restore normalcy at the university. Vice President Shettima departs for Davos to attend 2025 World Economic Forum. Vice President Kashim Shettima has departed Abuja for Davos, Switzerland, to represent Nigeria at the 2025 annual meeting of the World Economic Forum (WEF). The forum, which attracts global leaders, top business executives, and development partners, will focus on addressing pressing global economic issues and fostering solutions to improve global property. During the high-profile gathering, Vice President Shettima will participate in a series of workshops, bilateral meetings, and strategic forums. He will join discussion on the launch of the Humanitarian and Resilience Investing (HRI) Roadmap for Africa, which aims to build partnership between public and private sector leaders to mobilize investment in the region's emerging markets. Shettima will also co-chair the forum on turning digital trade into a catalyst for growth in Africa, where participants will deliberate on how to leverage the private sector to implement the AFCFTA Digital Trade Protocol. Additionally, it will contribute to discussion on geopolitical, technological, and environmental challenges outlined in the latest Global Risk Report. The Vice President will be accompanied by officials including the Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Dr. Jumoke Oduwole, and the Executive Secretary of the Nigerian Investment Promotion Commission, Aisha Remi. Their presence underscores Nigeria's commitment to fostering partnership and attracting investment for national and continental development. Shettima is expected to return to Abuja after his engagement in Davos, Switzerland. NDLEA foils cocaine exports, arrests Indian-based nursing students. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has tweeted an attempt to export 76 wraps of cocaine to India through a Malam Aminu Kano International Airport in Kano. The cocaine weighing 1.340 kilograms was concealed in an audio speaker. The suspect, 26-year-old Esther Onyinyechi Uzodinma, a nursing student at the Naodia International University in India, was arrested in a hotel room in Kano. She claimed that she was recruited by a drug cartel in India and was promised over $5,000 upon success delivery of the cocaine. Critics slam Armed Forces Remembrance Day ceremonies as empty gestures. The Armed Forces Remembrance Day ceremonies in Nigeria have come under fire from critics who describe the event as a hollow ritual. Despite the fanfare and pomps, critics argue that the ceremony fails to address the pressing issues faced by Nigerian veterans, rendering it a mere formality. The ceremony, held annually on January 15th, is intended to honor the sacrifices of Nigeria's fallen heroes and veterans. However, critics contend that the event has lost its significance and impact, failing to promote unity and patriotism in the country. Many Nigerians feel that the ceremony is not more than a symbolic gesture devoid of any tangible benefit for veterans. The lack of concrete support for veterans and their families has led to widespread disillusionment with the ceremony. Furthermore, critics argue that the ceremony perpetuates the culture and militarism, reinforcing harmful gender. The voices of women and monetarists. The critique is echoed by feminist scholars who argue that the ceremony reinforced the masculine notions of patriotism. In response to this criticism, some Nigerians have called for a more inclusive approach to honoring the country's heroes. They urge and argue that the ceremony should be reimagined to promote a culture of peace, unity, and inclusivity rather than perpetuating a culture of militarism. As we continue to grapple with the challenges of building a more united and peaceful society, the criticism leveled against the Armed Forces Remembrance Day ceremonies serves as a reminder of the need for a more thoughtful and inclusive approach to honoring the country's heroes. Soludo launches Anambra Homeland Security Law, unveils Operation Udo Gachi to tackle crime. Anambra State Governor Charles Soludo has taken a bold step towards ensuring the safety and security of the constituents with the launch of the Anambra Homeland Security Law and Operation Udo Gachi a comprehensive security initiative aimed to reducing crime in the state. During the launch, Governor Soludo signed the Homeland Security Law 2025, which provides a legal framework for the state's security operations. The law is expected to enhance the state's ability to respond to security challenges and protect its citizens. Operation Udo Gachi is a multifaceted security initiative that will deploy technology, community policing, and other strategies to tackle crime and insecurity in the state. The operation is designed to ensure the Anambra State becomes a safe and secure environment for residents, businesses, and visitors. To local governments to prioritize security, Governor Soludo has announced a 10 million monthly bonus of local government areas to record zero violence and crimes. This move is expected to encourage local government to work proactively to prevent security breaches and maintain peace in their areas. The launch of the Anambra Homeland Security Law and Operation Udo Gahachi is a significant milestone in Governor Soludo's efforts to transform Anambra State into a haven of peace, security, and prosperity. With these initiatives, the state is poised to witness a new era of stability and growth. Northern Democrats commend governors on tax reform efforts, raising concern over derivation formula. The Northern Democrats have praised the governors of the region for their efforts and reform the tax system, but have also expressed concern about the derivation formula, which they believe could have far-reaching implications for the region's economy. The derivation formula, which is part of President Bola Tinubu's tax reform bills, have been a subject of controversy, with many northern leaders arguing that it would disadvantage the region. The Northern Governors Forum has rejected the proposed derivation-based model for value-added tax distribution, citing concern that they would negatively impact the region's economy. The tax reform bills, which include the Joint Revenue Board of Nigeria Establishment Bill, the Nigeria Revenue Service Establishment Bill, and the Nigerian Tax Administration Bill, alongside the Nigerian Tax Bill, aim to ensure uniformity in tax revenue administration across Nigeria, eliminate double taxation, and boost disposable incomes through targeted tax exemptions. However, northern leaders have raised concern that the bills would benefit only the southern states, particularly Lagos, at the expense of the northern states. Borno State Governor Professor Babagana Zulum has argued that the tax reform measures will disadvantage the northern states and widen the gap between the affluent south and the economically vulnerable north. The controversy surrounding the tax reform bill has sparked a heated debate, with many calling for a review of the derivation formula to ensure that it is fair and equitable. The National Democrats' concerns about the derivation formula highlight the need for a more approach to tax reform, one that takes into account the unique economic challenges facing different regions of the country. ASO sounds alarm over tax reform bills, warns of devastating impact on education sector. The Academic Staff Union of Universities ASU has raised a red flag over proposed tax reform bills, warning that they could have a devastating impact on the country's education system. The union has called on the urgent review of the bills to ensure that they do not harm the already education sector. In a statement, ASUU President Professor Emmanuel Osodeke expressed the union concern about the potential consequences of the tax reform bills on the education sector. He warned that the bills, if passed into law, could lead to a significant increase in the tax burden on universities, which could ultimately result in the strangulations of the education system. Osoduke argued that the tax reform bills are ill-timed and ill-conceived given the current state of the education sector in Nigeria. He pointed out that universities are already struggling to cope with inadequate funding, poor infrastructure, and a lack of resources, and that the opposed tax reform would only exacerbate these problems. The ASUU president called on the federal government to reconsider the tax reform bills and to engage in their more and inclusive consultation process with stakeholders in the education sector. He emphasized that the government has a responsibility to ensure that the education sector is protected and supported, rather than being subjected to policies that could harm it. The ASUUs warn about the potential impacts of the tax reform bills on the education sector has sparked widespread concern among educators, students, and parents. Many are calling on the government to heed the union's warning and to take a more thoughtful and considered approach to tax reform. As the debate over the tax reform bills continue to rage, one thing is clear: the future of Nigeria's education sector hangs in a balance. The government must take a careful and considered approach to tax reform, one that prioritizes the needs and interests of the education sector, if it is to avoid causing harm to the country's already fragile education system. Oyo State takes giant leap towards modernization with Smart City project launch. In a significant move towards transforming Ibadan into a modern technology-driven hub, the Oyo State Local Government Chairman has flagged off the Smart City project. These ambitious initiatives aim to revolutionize the city's infrastructure, amenities, and services, making it an attractive destination for residents, businesses, and investors. The Smart City project is a collaborative effort between the Oyo State government and private sector stakeholders, including real estate firms. This partnership is expected to drive the project's success, leveraging the experts and resources of all parties involved. Details of the project are still emerging, but it is clear that the Oyo State government is committed to creating a city that showcases the best of Nigeria's innovations and ingenuity. With the Smart City project, Ibadan is poised to become a model for urban development in Nigeria and beyond. Middle Belt youth leader endorses Agbe's, hails him as champion of progress. The all-middle AMBYF has thrown its weight behind Honorable Philip Agbe's, the lawmaker representing Ado Okpoku Ogbadigbo Federal Constituency of Benue State in the House of Representatives. Comrade Alu Moses Ode, national leader of AMBYF, described Abdes as a champion of progress, citing his commitment to the welfare and development of his constituents despite facing opposition from within his party, the All Progressive Congress. Agbe's impressive track record of humanitarian work and projects has earned him the admiration of the Youth Forum. Some of his noticeable projects include the state-of-the-art maternity clinic and borehole projects, as well as the construction of classrooms and a school of special needs. He has also initiated electrification projects, including the installation of solar power in some of the 35 wards in his constituency. During the last Christmas celebration, Agbeze demonstrated his commitment to the well-being of his constituents by distributing over 4,000 bags of rice and 1,005 gallons of vegetable oils. His efforts have not gone unnoticed as he emerged as the best performing National Assembly member from Benue State in 2024, sponsoring 8 bills and 14 motions. Monarch stakeholders moved to eradicate obscenities. A growing concern over the increasing obscenities in Nigerian movies have prompted Nollywood ambassador, His Imperial Majesty Chief Ambassador Toyozenda John Bosco Maria, to partner with stakeholders to tackle the issue. The partnership aims to eradicate obscene content in movies and promote a more positive image of Nigeria. Speaking at the interaction section in Makurdi, Maria emphasized the need to change the negative impression presented by Nollywood films and replace them with new movies that tell the story of Nigeria in better ways. He quoted Comrade Akol Francis lamenting that Nollywood tends to promote prostitution and cultism. The partnership will work with security agencies, the Benue Entertainment Guild Alliance, Nigerian Copyright Commission, and National Censor Board to achieve success. Maria stressed the importance of cooperation from all stakeholders, including the military, paramilitary, and local security agencies. Ikeja Viva L'Amour extends hunger relief programs to Ojodu LCDA, bring succor to needy residents. In a bid to alleviate hunger and provide support to vulnerable members of the society, Ikeja Viva L'Amour has expanded its hunger relief program to Ojodu Local Council Development Area. The initiative, which aimed to provide food for the needy, has brought relief to numerous residents in the community. The hunger relief program is part of Ikeja Viva L'Amour corporate social responsibilities initiatives designed to make a positive impact on the lives of residents in Lagos State. By extending the program to Ojodu LCDA, the organization is demonstrating a commitment to addressing the pressing issue of hunger and food insecurity in the community. The program has well been received by residents who have expressed gratitude for the food assistance provided. Ikeja Viva L'Amour's efforts are expected to have a significant impact on the well-being of vulnerable members of the community, particularly during these challenging economic times. That's all for now. SUMTV is a 24-hour TV station. We are live every day. You can also follow us on Facebook at SUMTV and on YouTube at Super Media TV. I am Esther Oka Steven. Thanks for watching.
Are you a businessman or woman? Do you need